KUMU, Roland, Rexy, Blair, and the man, the technological genius, Boy Bandrew.
Hey everyone! Hi. Hello. We are KUMU. Hi everyone, we're super very excited to be here. It's been an amazing journey. Just to put this in perspective, this was just a dream in June. We were talking about this in June, so to go from here to, last time I checked, we're still in beta, but we have about 3,600 beta tested users. So going from an idea to having a phone conversation in July, then August, we were designing and talking about it more, and then coding in September, and launching a private version, and then going public in February. It's just been amazing to see. So yeah. Yeah, just let me get with the feedback. I could hear it just on the edge, so I'm just kind of controlling it. That's good, that's good. So, yeah, so basically, so my background is I'm a technology and advertising entrepreneur, and a lot of times I've always had this passion because my life changed when I studied abroad here, sa Laguna, UP Los Baños, for exchange program. And I knew in my heart that I would come back here someday and my life would end here someday. And hey, give me a break. There's all these people in front of my face. So what happened was, while I was focusing on being an entrepreneur, the way that I gave back was through community service, humanities service, water filtration, poverty alleviation, social entrepreneurship, and those were the projects that I focused on. And that's how I met Rexy, because he's the founder of Kaya Collaborative, which is an amazing nonprofit that engages the unlocked power of the Filipino diaspora, specifically a flagship program that recruits and engages promising Filipino student leaders in colleges all around the country. And it was during one of these humanitarian trips that the ambassador at the time, Ambassador Jose Cuishia, he was the ambassador from the Philippines to the US, he was like, hey dude, that's so cool that you're doing this humanitarian work Philippines with your business that you do in the US, but have you ever thought about doing something sa Philippines? And that's what really got me going. And long story short, I've been working on a lot of technology infrastructure kind of work, where we're seeing a trend in Asia, where you see WeChat kind of taking control of its legacy in China, and then Kakao in Korea, and then Line in Japan. And then Drew was personally part of a program where they went to war with Facebook and Viber in India. When our friend Kevin started this company, everyone was like, are you crazy? Facebook and Viber are kicking everyone's ass in India, and then they launched Hive Messenger app and kicked their ass and become the fastest billion-dollar company in India tech history. And then after that, it was Hong Minh over in Vietnam when they launched Zalo, and they launched their own app for the Vietnamese people and became a billion-dollar company there. And so it was there that we saw a trend, and we put together this amazing team. We traveled all over the world, finding the best Filipino talent from everywhere. So I'm in Los Angeles, Drew's in Los Angeles, Claire's from New York, Rexy's from Washington, D.C. We have Mika from, well, she's from here, but also from San Francisco. James is from San Francisco, Tim's from Los Angeles. You know, we got Angelo there, who owns a bunch of cool nightclubs here. He's in Makati. Yeah, Black Market 2020, what's up, Fighters Keepers? So the thing is, and Christian and Baguio, Ian, so it's been a work of people. And oh, where's Katrina at? Katrina from the Visayas, is specifically Bohol, right? Iloilo in the house! And so that was what's so cool about the team. It's a reflection of, oh, and Christian in Baguio. So in Baguio, so that's my point. So Baguio, Iloilo, Makati, all over the U.S. Our team, our CTO David, who can't be here, is based in China, and he built a technology platform that was acquired by Alibaba. So it's just crazy when you see all these Filipinos from all around the world coming together to do this. It's a mission. We're here to make life easier in the Philippines. We're here to build stronger community in the Philippines. And if we say yes to both those things, then we say yes to business partners. We say yes to partnerships and other people who want to join the team. Yeah, so that's is that what? Yeah, so that's basically it. I'm super grateful. This is just the beginning, essentially, this is the very first thing. What you're seeing is the first iteration. And one thing that I want to share, and what makes it so important, is because this is a platform that prioritizes the 100 million plus voices of our people. Why is that different? Because when someone builds a technology platform like Facebook or Survivor, they listen to the feedback of the people from all around the world. Whereas we build a technology platform that listens to the voices of our people. So it's like, okay, next up, remittance. Cheaper, faster, more secure than anything other than that. Okay, so yeah. Or, okay, cool, the internet kind of sucks here, so why don't we build a communications technology so that we can piggyback Bluetooth technology so that you guys don't need to use the internet. So if everybody here has KUMU, we can all talk to each other without being on the internet. Things like that. So, so that's what we're listening to. Yeah, and so that's exactly it. So what you see, it kind of looks like this, it kind of looks like that, but I guarantee you, over time, as we listen to your voices, a year from now, it will bleed and it will ooze our blood. It'll ooze our people, and so that's basically why we're excited about KUMU.
Yes! Woo!
Yeah. All right.
Hello?
Hard work and
We're live stream Ian.
Alright. We'd like to hear from Rexy as well. You guys get to interview them a little bit later on, one-on-one. Please do. We have all the US people here, so pagkakataon nyo na ito magtanong. Kasi they'll be gone. So, Rexy, take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm Rexy, like the dinosaur, I guess. And it's hard to talk after Roland.
Sexy
right?
dinosaur.
Like the sexy dinosaur. And it's hard to talk after Roland, but it's, as he mentioned, right, I'm right now I'm based in DC, but before that, I lived the first 11 years of my life in Dumaguete. I've been coming back, I've spent more of my adult life here in Manila more than anywhere else. And a lot of that time, the past 4.5 years, I've been building this organization that Roland's a part of, and kind of how we got to know each other and talk about all of this, called Kai Collaborative, that brings Filipinos back from abroad to work with nonprofits, social enterprises, small businesses, different leaders here in the Philippines. And kind of through all of that, got to know, on one side, the problems and what happens when the infrastructure and the systems are owned and built by multinationals and conglomerates and people who are too far away from the realities of day-to-day life to really care about how people are experiencing things. But on the other side, kind of this untold but more and more rising story of Filipinos who are building solutions, Filipinos who are kind of trying to redefine the future, trying to tell our story in a way that's deeply ours. And KUMU, I think, is rooted in that, and in both of that, both kind of recognition of what the challenges are, but also what the potentials are, and how much power there is in the Philippines, in the Filipino community that we can tap into, that hasn't been tapped into. So where we are right now with that is, Roland kind of talked a bit about it earlier. We're still in we started talking about this in June. We just pushed out our public beta about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, just 2 weeks ago. And we're still kind of, we were putting it out there, but we're still fixing and refining a lot of things. But where we are in this first phase is really building this foundation of the social and communications platform that's localized for the Philippines, and localized in the sense of, on one hand, you have Filipino talent and creators and world-class Filipino illustrators and designers making everything from the stickers to the user interface. On the other hand, making it so it works in, to be honest, like bad internet, right? So our video platform is built for that, and Israel kind of talked about just a little bit now. We're working on a few solutions to make it easier to communicate without internet and through people's Bluetooth connections. But that's kind of the foundation for what's going to happen. What we're really excited about later this year, which is around how do you build an economy on top of that for an independent Filipino economy, for ingenuity and solutions and products that are being built by people in the Philippines and the global Filipino community. How do you allow people to keep more of their money in their remittances and in their pockets and with their families? How do you allow Filipino storytellers to make a living and earn an income through just telling their stories and pursuing their passions? How do you build a platform that the kind of Filipino digital services of all kinds can plug into and find an audience through? And those are kind of the questions that are driving us and kind of what got us started in all of this. And we're excited to show what that looks like over the next year and beyond. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to hand it back to Ian.
Sorry kasi may pabingo sa labas eh. May pabingo si Mayor. Asak kasi to. Ano yung isa? Sunday Pinasaya yung sa kabila. CBS ako. No, but I want to say, I just want to give props to Drew as well. Drew is, come on over here.
Drew.
Boy band Drew. Behind, but he is the hardest working person ever because he is in charge of tech in KUMU. All of those, when you shake the phone to give reports and improvements, Drew is the one who takes care of that and listens to everyone. Do you have any words?
Oh my.
Doesn't have any words.
Feedback. Yeah.
Thank you for your feedback.
Woo, Drew.
And Claire is our design goddess. She's the one responsible for Carlito. And if you please can take your photos over there. We worked so hard on that, so please take your photos there to become a KUMU Carlito. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah.
Nananawagan ka ba? Saan naliligaw ka ba, anak?
Thank you all for being a part of the KUMU family. This has been such an incredible journey for me to work with our team, to meet everyone here, and I feel that for me it's been a personal journey as well to really get in touch with my Filipino roots. I grew up in the States and I'm constantly learning so much more about our history and culture every single time we have a conversation as a team. I'm like taking us and like learning new terms and everything. I'm so grateful to share my personal journey into learning all this with each of you because you're all very inspiring and talented and wonderful, beautiful people. So thank you for being a part of this.
I'm teaching her this. See, look at how amazing it is. From an idea back in August to something right now that is tangible and amazing. We already have something for you guys to use. We have our chat, we have our social media. If you look at this one, this is the feed. Right now, Christian's KUMU top is KUMU Stoppers right there.
Please watch it.
Parang ikaw na lang, Christian, ha? Kanina ka pa post ng post. We have another creator, a live streamer, Cal Suesanto is the little girl in a big bike. She's 5 foot tall, really cute and small, and she has a big Harley Davidson. And she keeps little plants as pets. you kind of like, it's very interesting. You wouldn't even think or imagine that. And we also have our Explore page. If you haven't downloaded the app yet, please do. Pwede naman. Walang pumipigil. Libre siya. So we have our live streams there, and we have our public chats. These are interest groups, art, travel, music, food. We are recently concluded Pink Shorts as well. It's lit. Literary. It's a literary group. Then you have internet ko po yan, pasensya po. Mabagal. Oh, thank you, Globe.
Yeah.
Wag, platinum pa man din ako, nakakahiya. I love Globe Platinum. I love Globe Platinum.
We love Globe Platinum. Globe Platinum.
We love
are the
Globe
best.
Platinum. Then, of course, you have all of the chats there. And one of the things that we are very proud of is the group of live streamers that we have. These are content creators, and we have some of them here right now. We have Anjo and Kia doing a good vibes show. We have Omni and Bryce, Puso at Pamilya, and they have Baby Zed with them, the newest addition. He wasn't supposed to come out, but the premature siya excited sumali sa KUMU.
Yes.
And we also have other live streamers with us who are not yet
Here.
here. So let's check out where they are. Let's just figure out where they are. Ayan, hindi na daw nila alam kung nasan sila. Where do you?
Let's try a video.
Let's try our video call. Where did you? Guys, where did you?
Ay, kasama ako.
Oh, huwag ka nang alam. Kasama kayo, di ba? Oh, ano gagawin mo ngayon? O, paano na?
Paano to? Paano to? We're gonna do a call right now.
So, we're just gonna... There they are!
Hello, Brian!
Hey, Brian!
Hello!
They're in the car park! JBK is there in traffic. Crystal, where are you?
We're stuck in traffic.
Stuck in... Welcome to Manila. Ano ba? Bago pa ba ang traffic? Magulat kayo pag walang traffic. Can KUMU do something about the traffic? We will soon.
We will!
Because of the Bluetooth, we're gonna get, for example, sa EDSA or Ayala, during rush hour, you can all play games together with the car next to you. Keyword, but without the use of the internet, right?
Yes.
So if there's a car within 300 feet of you and we do the mesh, you can play tic-tac-toe together. But also, take a look at this. They're on LTE. You don't see this on Viber or Facebook or anything like that. So
Real time.
this is all real time. Yeah, super clear.
It's clear. We can
And,
see your
earlier
pores.
We did a Facebook Live live stream, and Facebook Live had a 20-second delay compared to us, and then it crashed.
Yes.
So,
That's you. Yeah, that's it.
Hello, Kim.
Hey, Kim. Kim is 1/3 of JBK. They're still in traffic, and can you just imagine how our lives will be made easier that if you have a meeting, you can do the meeting now, a video call right here without traveling. But no, we need you here. Tagal pa kayo?
Malapit lang.
Mga ilang days?
Mga ilang days.
15 minutes.
15 minutes.
ways too, right? We could do 6 ways.
We can do 6 ways. This is 6 way. Yung iba lang kasi ayaw sagutin na alam nilang late sila.
Ayan, Sana. Sana is here. Sana is here. Woo!
Zana! And one more day!
Sana. Ako ata yung kasunod. Ako yun eh. Ako yun eh.
Si Christian yung isa pa eh.
Hello, wait. Kasali ako. Wait lang. Ah!
Oh, kita pa din. Hold on, that's okay. That's okay, technical difficulty. So, but you can see guys. Okay, guys, say hello to everyone.
Hi! Bana, where are you?
Vanna, where are you now? They're asking. Sorry, I gotta fix them.
She's already walking.
She's walking. Okay, so Vanna's already walking. Oh, and then we can do some lenses as well. So
Sample. Sample.
Sandali lang. Kalma. Pwede? Sobra sa kape?
Hawa ko yung mic.
Okay. Hold on. We're just gonna fix it. Go, James. Si James, hindi lang po siya mabango at gwapo. Ano din po siya? Technological king din siya. It's there. Hold on. This is so fun. Hold on, it's coming. Don't worry. It's getting there. No, I'm not coming, bastos nyo. But, okay, if you look, guys, if you can see here, we also have the lenses. So you can be like, ayan, tingnan nyo. Asan ka na, Vanna?
Bana, where are you?
I am lighter in this area.
Okay. Almost here na daw si Vanna. hold on. I'm getting there.
I'd like to apologize for the technical difficulty. I appreciate your patience. EBB1, all baggers, customer service is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. We've seen the technology.
Here.
There it is. Oh, there it is. Hold on. There we go. So we have our lenses. See, I have a little puppy on my head.
Umiiyak na si Josh.
But si Jody Santa Maria, sandali lang po. Nabuking yung trabaho ko.
Yan, may nag-message sa'yo. Ano
Oo, may bigote ako. Nasa noo. Yung bigote ko nasa noo. There.
Thank you to Globe Platinum.
Thanks to Glow Platinum.
Okay lang bawi kasi baka
So you
naka-live
guys-
stream tayo, baka naka-record, baka tayo maano.
Okay, so we'll just wait for you guys, okay? Hurry up. Everyone's
Hurry
waiting
up.
for you. Okay? Alright, we'll see you guys. Bye. Say bye, guys.
Bye!